turn the light on. Nobody can see nothing over here. Hang on. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm back. I had to turn the light on. Anyway, so here's your Friday daily edition. We're going to be talking about Indiana Beach. We're going to talk about Universal. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff amongst all the dogs barking and going crazy in the background because they're annoying as F. Now, Max, I see. Who the hell's Gene Staples? Who's that? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Who is that? Let's see. Let's see who that is. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Who's Jen Staples? I don't know who that is. I haven't the slightest clue. Never heard of that person. That don't mean anything, but I never heard of it. Oh. Does she belong to some other company, rich person, town, state, government, whoever? Let's see. Who? Let's see. Chicago businessman buys Indiana Beach Park. Alright, I don't need your ads. Just go away. I'm reading the thing right now. So it's just a businessman. Staples. Yeah, that's one of the things we're talking about. I mean, I didn't have that. I was just going to talk to say, hey, it's back. But we have a little bit more information now, thanks to having a name and. Well, that's good. He wanted to save it. Everyone, hey, if there's a way to save anything and get something like that, that's awesome because it's just a park that didn't die. And hopefully this person can do some good. We need the good. We do. We need the good. I just saw something. I should have clicked that before doing what I did. Shame on me. I lost it. I seen it on Twitter. I lost it. Damn it. Damn you. Yeah, the incentive that they gave was good because it made it a little bit more attractive because the town and the state and whatever didn't want to lose the park. So having the ability to have a good tax incentive, get somebody in there to save it, that was good. They did a good thing. Just because of the fact that, especially now, we don't need any parks being shuttered because of whatever. But I think the town and everybody's going to rally behind this park now. People are going to rally when it does finally open, whenever that is, whether it's this year, next year, depending upon our situation. It'll definitely do some good. People are going to rally behind it because they realize that they would about that really like that close of really losing it, and people kind of lost their minds. So. Yeah, I mean, like I keep saying all the time, when we get into the COVID-19 talk, and, we don't know anything. Hey, what's up, Grob? We don't know when parks are truly going to open. We don't know what the landscape's going to look like because people are afraid to go out in public. People want to go out in public. So like I've been saying, I think the course of action of all theme parks this year and next. This is going to be a year and a half of, if they open in June, they're going to have to do what I've been saying. They're going to have to build the trust of the people versus just doing what they do normally. No park is going to be safe from the effects. No park. Not even Disney, not even Universal, not anybody. This from the little guy all the way to the top guy. You want people to come back and regain tons of profits. That's what you do. You forego a whole boatload of profit to get people back. I'm sorry, that's if you want to succeed, that's what you're gonna have to do. And Alex asked, what are some of the best independent parks on the East Coast? Knoebels would be one. Knoebels would definitely be one, an independent. Quasi up in Connecticut. Hey, Christian Blick, what's up, man? How are you guys doing? I haven't talked to you in forever, man. Oh my God, Christian Blick is in the house. For those that don't know who this man is, who his dad is, that is Paul Blick. That's Paul Blick's son. Paul Blick is the man. His dad is awesome. If I had won the Ace presidency, I was bringing him back. But I lost. I tried. Well, Lake Compounce isn't independent. That's owned by Parks, Needy, whatever the hell they are there from Spain. They're not independent. They're a small chain. They got Kennywood, Lake Compounce, Water Country, Storyland. You know, so we're just, like I said, those are they own. I mean, they have other ones. Other parks, but those are the ones that like a lot of people know. So that's what that's what we've been talking about. So, yeah, so good to see you around here, Mr. Christian Blick. It's been a while. Hey, Christian, I remember that time when we were hanging out at during Spring Con in 2014. And we were talking about crazy things back then, drinking the moonshine and having fun. I remember that. I remember us having, talking about forming a coaster club and doing all that. I remember that conversation. I remember that like it was yesterday. Matter of fact, we were just talking, me and my kids were talking about it. My kids didn't go, but it came up for some reason. So we were talking about, with Beach Bend Park and, sleeping over. We talked about it on the show, matter of fact. Sleeping over by the Mouse Coaster and the good old days, man. The good old days. But yeah, some of the independent, Maury's Pier's another good independent, on the East Coast. That's another good one for people that, that's, I was talking about that with Jessica and everybody last night. Like, when this is all, like, next year, go out to Maury's. That's a cool place. Yeah, Palace Park was owned by whatever the hell. Yeah, Palace Parks. Hey, what's up, Zach? Zach, I talked to Larry 2 days ago. We're going to be setting the interview thing up next week with Lake Compounce. Parks, Rianides. Majority stake was bought by a Swedish private equity firm last year. Yeah, I saw that popping up. I saw that on Twitter. They were saying that there's footage or stuff. Yeah, I've been hearing about Beach Bend not being as good as it was. It's really tough in the industry because the industry as a whole, doesn't matter what country you're in, to maintain a park, period, it requires a lot of money. You can't do it. You can't half-ass it. You just can't, and then expect people to come. It becomes and then when you try to do whatever, I see it across the whole world. You see some companies spending big money, right? And they do great and whatever. And then you see other companies, they don't spend as much, and it shows based on maintenance and how the buildings look and how your grounds look, and it's really tough to, when you kind of get out of control and you're not doing the right things, you start falling apart. I noticed that big time. I don't know why. It's always like, they always say in business, you got to spend money to make money. So I think with all the parks, right now it's tough. Everybody's slashing and crashing budgets because nobody's open, nobody's making any money, nobody knows what to do, and it's crazy with all this stupid shit going on, and you're just like, and we beat everything with a dead horse every day, but it's okay. Because like I said, like I always say, the main thing is we talk about whatever we want to talk about in the theme park industry. It doesn't matter. And it's what I call an exercise to keep us sane. That's why every other day is Planet Coaster doing it like this and then doing it like this. So we can talk and hang out. It's kind of, it's a hangout, so to speak. You're just looking at me and we're, you guys are chatting in here and we're just doing whatever. And it's great. It's nice. Oh, and just so you know, we're 2 away from hitting 900 subscribers. So if anybody out there that's watching that hasn't subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that. We're only 2 away from 900. Kind of nice. Adventure Domes is not as good because the lap bars dig into your legs on the dive loop. See, they have that S&S because they had that. It looks like the restraints were pretty similar to like Catapult. That no longer exists, that ride. The way that they come down. It seems like it's like that. Yeah. So, S&S truly hasn't, for the most part anyway, the older coasters and stuff haven't got, kind of got good with their restraints. Because their restraints, when S&S was doing the restraints, well, actually even, like the Screaming Swings, I wish there was a better way for those restraints, especially for a small fat guy such as myself. It's a little tight. I mean, I enjoy it, I have fun, but they do the same thing. I mean, I guess their best restraints are on their drop towers, comfortability. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, I mean, they got, well, S&S has the 4D free free spin, so those are probably the best restraints I think that they've come out with in their company's history, probably. Just having the soft vest that's very flexible, it doesn't really hurt even when you're stapled in, so that's okay. Well, I don't know, because I mean, I like the vest restraints on the SLC in New England when they not good for tall fat guys either. Yeah, it's not good. Period. But I think, well, like if you look at the Riddler at Six Flags New England, when they changed from the bulky restraints and went to the new restraints that Vekoma has, it made it a way much more enjoyable ride. You're not getting headaches anymore. You're not bashing your head. You're not getting knocked out by Mike Tyson when you're riding a ride. Yeah, it's a little bit rattly, it's intense, but it went from being the worst coaster in the park to one of the top, not the top, but one of the top. It definitely hits like the top 4 or 5 for sure. I mean, when you got Superman, you got Wicked Cyclone, then you got you got you have Batman over there, and you got the Riddler, which used to be Minor Racer, but you have those are your top tier coasters now in the park. Those are the top ones. And then, you got your Joker, the 4D fly spin. You got Thunderbolt. You got Pandemonium. You got Flashback. You got Goliath. I mean, Goliath is definitely dropped to the bottom. And the Kitty Coaster over there in Looney Toon Town is going up above Goliath, I think. I mean, even Flashback, I think at New England is better than, well, yeah, like I said, the Vekoma at New England is you know what I mean? Like night and day. Night and day. That's why that ride's not going anywhere anytime soon. That ride's got a hell of a life to it. It's, for the most part, pretty reliable. Shocking. I mean, yeah, it goes down, but for the most part, it's a pretty reliable ride. And who would ever think a Mind Racer pretty much clone would be okay and people want to ride it? Because most people don't want to ride SLCs. This one is the best one that I've ridden. And I used to think the one at Maurice Pier used to be good, but it's gotten bad over the years because it's smaller. So it can't handle the tight turns and all that, and it's just ripping itself apart. I think at Maurice, they're going to have to find a different coaster over there. Yeah, I know the free spin, I guess maybe I'm the right height, maybe the wrong weight. Well, sometimes Flashback gets a line. Not often. I mean, it's got to be busy for Flashback to get a line. And Goliath no longer gets a line anymore. Goliath hasn't seen a line in years. It doesn't... Even on a busy day, you're lucky if it fills the first switchbacks of the lines. It doesn't even do that anymore. I've gone on busy days and nobody wants to ride it when it's open. It just... People have gotten to the point where it's just not... it's not enjoyable anymore. It's just not. It hurts. Oh yeah, it was hauling. It was all. I mean, it was cold. It was a cold ride when we rode it at the end of the season last year, but it was great. I mean, I love it because it's like that ride. The Riddler has become so intense now, and you don't have to defensive ride on that ride anymore, which is nice. So you can just kind of just like chill back and just go with it now. But they moved a flat there to fit a larger coaster on another pier. Oh, they might move a flat there. Well, if you think about it with Maury's Pier, if you've never been to Maury's, you definitely, once you're comfortable going or when everything's okay, you should definitely go to Maury's. That place is so weird and so unique. It's kind of got that throwback of like the old 60s, 70s, the lights and stuff. It's got that old nostalgia look. And they got a lot of unique rides, unique things. The tram car is hilarious. I mean, when you look at Batman clones and Vekoma SLCs, Batman clones I feel are more intense, but Vekoma SLCs, if they have the vest, are kind of like right up there with it. But B&M clones are definitely more intense. But the Vekoma SLCs, if they have the right restraints, they definitely move up the list. They're not totally at the bottom of crap. I wish more Vekoma SLCs could get those new trains because they would become more re-rideable. They would become, I'm not saying it would be a fan favorite, but it would be, people would ride it more. When you see that it has a new restraint and they advertise that, people will go, hey, you know what? This is a lot better. It's not as bad. Maverick. I mean, I hate the trains on Maverick. I don't care if they're soft or hard. I haven't ridden it soft, but when they were hard, I was just like, bam, 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 bam. Like I'm just sick and tired of, banging my head because it's an intense coaster. I ride it once. What I usually do is I take Motrins before and Motrins right after. Because it's very painful. Those restraints suck and should be taken off every coaster that has them. They just should not. They should not be a restraint. They need to make new trains for those rides that can do what it does, but just those restraints are awful. They should have, a vest like a B&M or an SLC. If they had a vest like that, you wouldn't have many problems. Because I rode I-305 with the soft restraints, and it's still chopping me. It's just the way the placement. I'm short. So the way that the restraints get, it's always neck chopping, and I'm like, king, king, and it's like, ah. No, the only time I went to Kentucky Kingdom was during that stopover from Spring Conference. That was the only time I've ever been there. But I want to get back to it because they've added more. And, obviously I didn't get to ride everything when I was there, but I had a great time. And I wanted to go back. So I'm hoping that as we go, you know what I mean? Like, I will tell you this. This year, I started on a new mentality in my life. that's how I ended up in California in January. I never wanted to go out in the field with work. I was always an office guy. I mean, I had always throughout the years gone on roads and done jobs and stuff. But I took the step back and ran the company. And now I'm kind of like, well, I got to get out there and do stuff. So I said, well, I'm out working. I said, I'm going to go to Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, go to Disneyland because I'd never been. So now what I'm doing is making sure that while I'm out working to go hit parks I've never been to. And I can go all over the country when we can and hit different things and just try new things. But we kind of, we kind of got the shit end of the stick. Let's be honest. Have you been on the Mardi Gras hangover at Six Flags Great America? What is that the Fireball? Is that what the Fireball is? I don't remember. The only reason to ride T2 is it's an SLC 662 meter, which they only made 2. Well, they made a ton of 6, 8, 9 models. Huh. I mean, when I get back, I will ride it. It's just a matter of getting to there. But this pandemic and everything has really, really made me realize that is just to go do it. I mean, if I got the money to go do it, go do it. I don't want to put myself in bankruptcy to go to hit park to park to park to park and whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm just not gonna just not go anymore. I'm just gonna go. I feel like I've missed out on a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's just the biggest super loop. I think we rode it during CoasterCon. I think. Was that there for 2018? Yeah, that was there. When did that get installed? I could have swore that was there during CoasterCon. In 18. I don't know. Christian, you guys live near Beach Bend. How far I forgot how far Kentucky Kingdom is. Was that like an hour or 2 or something? I forgot. I don't remember what was at the park. Let me look. Oh wait, I can look right here. Because I really think that it was there, but I could be wrong. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, that was new for 2018. No, wrong park. Oops. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. 18, oh, you're talking Great America, not America. Great America, the only time I was at Great America was 2015. So I didn't ride that one. I'm looking for America. I'm trying to determine, because the only reason why I mixed the two up, because they have an area over there with the Mardi Gras, so I was thinking maybe that I wrote, where the hell's Six Flags America? There it is. Hey, get out of here. Oh, they had Wahoo River for 18, 17. Oh, so 15 they had the Bourbon Street Fireball. Okay. In America. So we probably rode that. Splash Waterfalls we did not ride. Wonder Woman Lasso we did. Wahoo River because I had the video of that. Yeah, because I remember, because if you remember that event, Christian, we went, well, the day before all Spring Con started, you could go to Holiday World. They had that little free event thing to show off the new ride. Then they had, then we went to Beach Bend. Then we went to Kentucky Kingdom. Then we went to Kings Island. I'm sure you remember that, but yeah. I remember doing that, and I mean, because I got to get back to Kentucky Kingdom anyway, because I want to go ride with the Thunder Run or whatever the hell it was called there. that was brand new for that year that we got to ride. And that was funny watching what the ride ops were doing to get, like, you know, people that couldn't get on. It was kind of funny. And what do you call it? But it just, you know, I rode a bunch of the coasters there that were open, and it was just, I saw a lot of flats that I wish I had more time to hang out. You know what I mean? But it just sucks that, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like a few hour stop, and I get that, but you know, but because Kentucky isn't around the corner for me to go, oh, let me go out there, I gotta do all this, I gotta do all that, and then it's just like, you know what? I just gotta just stop being a douche and just go do it. Yeah, he did that to a lot of people. The restraints, they literally stood on the restraints, and it was hilarious. I mean, I don't know if they still do that. They probably don't. I can't tell you about Six Flags St. Louis. I had parking booked and everything for St. Louis, but when they canceled Transworld, it canceled all my plans. That all got because of the pandemic. Transworld got postponed and canceled, and it's going to happen next year. I got my tickets for that. I was supposed to go to Six Flags St. Louis because it was going to be opening week that week, and that got shut down. We couldn't go do anything, so we stuck home. And then I remember I said, oh, I'm going to fly out on the Monday to go to Florida, and they shut Florida down. So I was like, damn it. So yeah, it's been a crap. I think we can all agree for the most part, it's been a crappy. Well, for me anyway, for us in this household, it's been crappy. Deaths, pandemic, all that stuff. My favorite roller coaster at Six Flags Great America. Huh. Let me go look and see what was there. I don't remember them all. I just have to look to see what they had from 2015 and earlier. I rode Goliath, and I wasn't a huge fan. Like, I was okay with it, but it wasn't that great. X-Flight, I loved. I loved, what do you call it, Raging Bull. Oh, I hate this with the stupid, for some reason, when I put sixflags.com, if you put /books, this weird website comes up. Okay, let me go to, what the hell are we? Oh, I passed it. There we go. I found it. I gotta look at the list because I don't remember. Things to do. Let's just look at the thrill rides. Well, Batman to Ride. They got Batman to Ride. That I love. American Eagle. I hate that ride. Really rough. Demon was cool. Not my favorite. Goliath was okay. Not my favorite. I haven't gotten to ride Max Force yet. I enjoyed Raging Bull. Superman Ultimate Flight. I could care less about Vertical Velocity. Viper was okay, but I don't know. I feel right now X-Flight, Raging Bull, Superman, Batman Clone were definitely my favorites. Definitely for sure my favorites at the park. But oh. No, wait. There's also another one that I really loved that I thought was crazy and cool. And I think you guys know it's different. I had never ridden anything like this one. Come on, you guys got to know the Whizzer. I actually like the Whizzer, the spiral lift coaster. It's unique. It's different. I loved it. That was actually like, I think that was the last coaster that I actually like counted. I don't think I counted any coasters after that. Yeah, see, I can't work. Even though technically I'm essential, but all the customers we serve, except for some government contracts, are closed. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, we do a lot of retail. We do churches. We do sports stadiums. Stuff like that. Offices. So right now, all that stuff is closed. We can't get in there. So, when Six Flags bought Riverside and Geauga Lake, they got a park in Indiana. Premier wanted to expand. They got some rides from Opry Land, and Riverside, but were never installed. They also got a random Japanese garden in the 70s. Very interesting. Very interesting. Are you talking about Riverside as in Six Flags New England? Riverside? That's the only thing I can think of. Let me see. Yeah, it sucks that I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting to go to work, but I can't do anything until businesses open. It sucks. Because we contacted the businesses that have issues. And I'm like, we'll go. We'll drive. We'll fly. Whatever. I'm like, can we get in? They're like, nah, we can't let you in. I'm like, son of a, and it's like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, Six Flags in Maryland I've been to. Let me tell you something. Six Flags in Maryland gets a bad rap. Hey, see you later, Max. I'm not saying that Six Flags America is the best park in the chain. Not by any means. I'm not saying that. I wish that they got more, investment than they did and get some other stuff. They got some good rides. I'll give them that. But I get it where people, I think it's more of, because every time I hear people bash it, the clientele. Yes, people are rude and prude and whatever, but every time I've been there, I've never had a bad experience. Except for CoasterCon in 2018 when they had us waiting in a line for an hour. Like everybody, it wasn't just us, but like people trying to get in because it was crazy busy. Batwing Coaster I could care less about. Not a huge fan of those. I haven't ridden it as Firebird. I've ridden it as Apocalypse, and that sucked. But I did enjoy Raging Cajun. I did enjoy Raw. I enjoyed Superman Ride of Steel. I really loved the Joker's Jinx. Minder Races got the overstrain, so they hurt. Wild One was great. I enjoy Wild One. I enjoyed their Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth. I tried the Voodoo Drop. That was okay. I'm trying to look at the other rides that they had that, people kind of like. It's not, people tend to like go, oh, we want it big and bad like Great Adventure or Magic Mountain, and because it isn't, and they go, because of the clientele, they got some good rides. The Flyers, I enjoy riding. I mean, they got a lot of, classic rides. So why, I don't know, it's just weird just because of how people look at it. It may not have the best collection of rides out in the Six Flags park, but I enjoy going. I don't have an issue when I go there. Like, I've always had a great experience. I've gone when it wasn't. I haven't. What do you call it? I haven't. I mean, I've gone when it wasn't like an event, and I've gone when it's an event. But like overall, you know what I mean? Like overall, what they do, it's even like when it's not like when there's no ERT in food, I still, I'm not wearing my badge or anything, so they don't directly notice if I am or am not a member or not, and I still have. I haven't ridden Ragaroo or whatever the hell you call it. I've only ridden it as Mantis. Because the last time I was at Cedar Point was 2012. And even with Steel Vengeance, it hasn't made me draw in to go, I gotta go. I like quality over quantity. Not just throw in a bunch of ride, And I think, and I know a lot of people have talked about this in the past. In the last week or so, especially because of this pandemic and what's going on at the parks, you're going to start seeing a lot of rides that have maintenance nightmares ripped out. They're not going to deal with them. They're going to replace those rides quick with something new and more reliable. You watch. You're going to start seeing stuff plucked down. People go, oh my God, what's going on? And they're going to go, that's why. It's tough what they did. I mean, it was crazy what Six Flags did to the Kentucky Kingdom. I get what they did, why they did it. I'm not saying it's right. I understand why they did it, but I'm so glad the guy came back, reopened it, and he's doing great. People have asked me, do I think that Ed Hart is ever gonna sell the Six Flags again? There's no shot. That guy will just. I think the guy would probably rather die than sell it back to Six Flags. You know, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Ragaroo gets ripped out at some point. Oh, I know Chang when they ripped out Chang and then they eventually they got it to Great Adventure and now it's crap. Oh yeah, but I think Six Flags is finally gonna jump on that bandwagon, grovel. I think yes, Cedar Fair's been doing that, as you can tell, but I think Six Flags is gonna be doing that now. They're gonna have to do. They're gonna have. Yeah, coasters are a big expense. We all know that. Regardless, the cost to build it, the cost to maintain them, it's not cheap. So, uh, you will you will see some coasters get put in, but it's gonna take a few years. How much iced coffee do I drink a day? A lot. Well, actually, no. I only drink really two a day. I didn't wake up until 11:30. I overslept like a champ. Ever since it's been going on, I just sleep in. Yesterday I woke up earlier. But this is the first one. I went and got it. I went at like 12 o'clock. 12. Like I was back by 12:30, and that's all much I drinking so far. I haven't eaten yet today. I will after I do this. But I don't. And then like around like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I go get another coffee. If I could like drink iced coffee nonstop all day every day, that's what I. But I don't. I gotta mix in some other liquids. I guess that would be fair. Yeah, Christian, what they did with Chang Man, and they turned it into Green Lantern. And at first it was cool, it still hurt your nuts. And unless they could do something with, figure a new way to do stand-up coasters, they probably should get rid of them. Even though, from what I heard, was Chang was amazing at Kentucky Kingdom. Like it was the best of the best. It was smooth. It was good. Didn't really hurt you as much. Uh, Wait. Let me. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and then Wednesday is 7 o'clock at night. During this. So that's, you know what I mean? So that's when I go live during this Usually it's just Wednesday nights at 7, but because of the pandemic, I've been going Monday through Friday live just to kind of hang out with everybody, try to keep everybody from killing each other, and, just hang out and have fun. Yeah, now with Chang as Green Lantern, it's going downhill. Your fish is drowning. You better go save your fish. You've been up since 8. Didn't eat anything. It's bad, but coffee is essential. I mean, it depends on the day. What I find is there are times I go to my office because I got to print because I don't have a printer here. Well, I do, not print up. It needs ink. So I'll go to the office to get out of the house. I'm the only one that goes in it because everybody else is home. And I'll drink a coffee probably because it's like 35, 40 minutes to get to work every day and then back. I'll probably drink a whole iced coffee on the way there. I'll even get an iced coffee. And then 6:37, get another one. Some days it's 3. Most days it's 2. I got a bunch of free coffees on my Dunkin' Donuts app. I got like 6 or 7 of them. Yep, Six Flags Q1 conference calls next Thursday. In all honesty, I think no company that's closed should be doing a. I don't think anybody, period, should be doing a conference call because it's going to be all doom and gloom. So either the stock is going to drop, or it's going to go up, or it's whatever it's going to do. Like all the you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I know they got to do it, and they're probably cringing to do it, but everybody knows it's all doom and gloom, and they're any business that's been closed because of this, it's all doom and gloom. Like there's no, you know what I mean? There's, it's all doom and gloom. So let's see, more free. Lindsay says more free spins, more Raptors, maybe a random Mac, an RMC conversion like Raw, Boss, Wildcat. SeaWorld may have had a huge deal with B&M in the past few years. They probably had a deal with B&M. Green Lantern's layout is similar to Ragaroo, but it has an extra corkscrew. I don't know. Oh, so yeah, I'll make sure I do that, Christian. I'll let you know. It was good seeing you and talking to you, man. It's been a while. But yeah, so yeah, I think you're gonna. I hope now with our current situation, that if companies want to stay afloat, ride manufacturers. I preach this all the time. There's lack of innovation. I mean, Zamparella is really killing it with innovation. The other companies aren't doing as much. The other companies are doing stuff, but Zamparella is really like trying things, which I applaud. But you have other companies like Chance, even though Who's Hus, whatever you want to call him, is a shell of its former self. The thing that I'm trying to get at with all these companies is there are a lot of old rides. I say this 1,000 billion times. I'll say another 1,000 billion. There's a lot of rides from a long time ago that can be upgraded to today's safety standards. And if you could do that and bring back some classics, I think you start seeing the innovation roll through. You get some new updated versions of some classics that maybe we never got. Oh, hell yeah, man, Christian. Yeah, we can do that. I think the company is what they should do. And now I know, like, with the rides, people think, like, oh, those are old. Make it, spice them up a little bit. Make them do something a little different. Upgrade the safety, the bars and stuff. Yes, Zamparella stuff is also cost friendly, but I think if these companies that had rides from back in the day, they have the blueprints. A lot of these companies, not all, but there's a lot of companies still in business from back in the day, and there's still things. Why not work on something that wasn't working as good, wasn't as popular, but bring it back, make it look a little different, update it, and now you got new rides. There's a lot of rides that I've seen in the past look very sketchy, but if you updated them a bit, they would be cool rides. You could still have the main function of the rides, just change the safety on them, make them a little bit more reliable, work on that, and get some new stuff out. Yeah, that's what they should do, because if you could do it and make it cost effective, it's a cheaper option, and they could do flat packages or get some kind of thing, Enterprise second gen, but none were bought. I think the part of the problem is because of the company's standings of being crap and whatever, unreliable rides, this, that, and the other. I don't know. I mean, because if you look at Zamparella, like with the Endeavors, that's basically an Enterprise, just a little different. And Six Flags is buying them up. It's something new. It's something different. So I think if they could figure out something to do with it, it might. I don't know. I have not, and I think I said I would, but I always forget to. But I think now is the time. in this world, I want to go back to old rides per company. They got to have something somewhere, like a back catalog of old rides. I'm sure I could find Wikipedia or something and find some of these old rides at these companies that still exist and say, hey, why not bring it back and do this? Try bringing the ride back. You know, how many of you would love it if somebody came out with a new version of a Bayon's Curve? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, that's why it's cheap, and that's why they're installing the rides. I know that. We all know that, but I think at the end of the day, I think we would rather see more innovation. I mean, everybody's got their classics, their bumper cars, their scramblers, the tilt-a-whirls, the flyers. You know what I mean? Everybody, carousels. Everybody, all the parks have those kind of things. Why not? Like I said, there's some other rides that I'm talking like 50s, 60s. I'm not talking like 80s, 90s. I'm talking way back there with some cool ass rides that could be done. Like Olympia looping in Europe. I love. Is that portable looping coaster that they always have all over Europe? Well, it travels. The traveling coaster. Is that what you're talking about? I can't remember what the name of it is. Everybody keeps talking about it. But I mean, I guess that's just what I think is gonna have to happen. What do you think about these reports coming that gives estimated reopening dates for all the states? They are putting Florida at June 14th to start reopening. Look, here's the thing, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, and I say this all the time, especially when, my input and thoughts about this. I say let the states reopen. Do it in phases, do it responsibly, of course, but do it. Because at the end of the day, the best cure for any disease is herd immunity. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not saying go out there and inject the population at one shot and kill everybody. I'm just saying all these states have been coming up with some pretty good ideas on how to reopen. You know what I mean? Like you open phase 1 as XYZ, whatever it is. You wait 14 to 21 days and then reopen the next phase. If it doesn't crazy spike, reopen again. Then you get to, you're getting ready for phase 3, do the 14, 21, and just do it. And the reason why I say that is this. If you don't do that, you're in for a world of hurt. And there's actually more danger by keeping everything closed down than there is. And even if you infected the entire world, it's not going to be as bad as the repercussions of the economy staying. I've been saying it before, reading all these different studies and models and whatever they've done. This isn't like, I'm not talking about stupid like conspiracy theory YouTubers. These are prestigious colleges, scientists, model studies, government studies, whatever. That's what I look at. I look to see and what they're finding out. And even Kumo said it yesterday. They're finding out when they do these antibody tests that realistically, like New York City has 2 million people that have had it versus whatever the cases are now. And then if that happens, the mortality rate drops significantly. So what you're going to see is, yes, scary, serious. There are people dying. I'm not a denier of that. But we can't play God. We can't play keep everybody home. You know what I mean? I know there's people that are afraid. And like I say every day, it's okay to be afraid and stay home. If you want to protect, your grandparents, your parents, old people, whatever. I tell you, my father dropped off food. He's an idiot. He comes here every day, I think. Well, people are stupid. Those people we don't want on this planet anyway. Let them inject themselves with cleaning products. Those are the stupid people. Yeah, that's why like the theme parks are later on in the phases, just because. Well, that's why they're also doing a lot of the FDA is starting to, what do you call it, the test, the antibody test and all this other stuff. You really got to it's really throwing the dice. But that's why I think leading up to when the phase of theme parks, whatever that's supposed to be, right? If the phase of theme parks or whatever it is, hopefully by then why do you think? Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I look at stuff, but I'm not a tinfoil hat. I'm a Honolulu hat guy, not a tinfoil hat guy. Look, at the end of the day, this thing is going to be done and over with before there's even a vaccine. And hopefully that they keep working on the vaccine even after, so that they have something. That's why the phases are done the way that they're done. Some states are going to probably screw it up, but yeah, it's uncharted. We don't know. But again, it comes down to we need to keep people, I guess, safe in their own mind. The government's not going to keep you safe. Everybody's just kind of just grabbing a dot and throwing and go, we'll try that tomorrow. And then, oh, no, we're going to try that one tomorrow. Like, nobody knows. You are going to find out when all the data is collected. Because right now, not everything's updated because they don't know and they're doing this, that, and the other. You're going to find out once this thing blows over that while it is a serious issue, it wasn't as serious as the panic that was given and things that were done. And I don't mean that in an asshole way, because I know a lot of people have lost loved ones, people are sick, people have messed up. I don't mean it in that ignorant kind of way. I'm just saying, at some point, something has got to give. Something somewhere. And that's why I'm a firm believer of the phase. Because what you're doing is, as more people go out, even with your masks on, people are going to get infected. The masks don't really do nothing. It's false. It's like having a comfort collar on Tempesto. That's really the equivalent. Put it this way, if it was effective, I shouldn't smell a fart. And when people sneeze, you can still get it. It doesn't matter. It's just a false. The mask is false. It's just like a comfort collar restraint is false. That comfort collar inside that does nothing. Yeah, not knowing is the worst. Well, no, it's not going to pack its bag and go away. But as we get into warmer weather, the cases are flatlining. Some places are dropping. Some are just flatlining. And I realize that. That's why I said, a lot of people, and I don't care, I don't watch the news, I don't watch Trump with his thing. I don't watch, if I watch the governor, that's only on Wednesdays because that's the only time. She's on the same time I'm on. So, I take, I make video with Snapchat of Facebook filters and just be a douche. Just because I want to be funny and people like it or whatever. But anyway, you're going to have to, you can't make this thing political. Everybody has to wear, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care about your politics. I don't even need to know what you are, what you vote for, none of that. Instead of attacking Trump and every other politician, whatever side you're on. See, Chris, here's the thing. I watched this video. I've watched videos of people talking about the second wave. Now, when you look if you look at both sides of the fence, whatever political spectrum you're on, it's totally left or right. It's becoming a political thing. They're saying it's coming back in October and November. What's in October and November? Hardcore election stuff, right? It's being politicized. They want you scared. It's not going to come back any worse. It really isn't. The only way it comes back worse is if that virus is mutated. I'm not a scientist. I don't know none of that. I'm just in my brain trying to figure out for myself, listen to the scientists, listen to what they say, but I'm not totally buying it. Because I think let's use for an example, I think if Trump wasn't president and say it was Hillary, say Hillary had won, say we lived in the other universe and Hillary had won, I don't think it would be as crazy as it is. I think half of the baloney would be gone just because it's just been this ongoing thing. And I'm sick and tired of hearing both sides. I wish they would just shut up and work and help the people, not their own agenda. But yeah, so when it comes to all this stuff, we don't know about the parks when they're going to open. Well, no, I agree to an extent, but they're over politicizing and they're using it as a political weapon. That's the thing. You got to have checks and balances, and you got to have them put in place and do certain things. Yes, I agree with that. But it's a bunch of kindergartners arguing over which do they get, white or chocolate milk, or what's my sandwich for the day. That's basically the equivalent of it. They're fighting and bickering. So we suffer because of their stupidity. It doesn't matter. See, what I'm tired of is everybody attacking each other instead of talking it out. Like, this is good. Just talk it out. If you're a Democrat, and I don't care if you are, you talk. If you're a Republican, we talk. We don't. They purposely divided us. We need to bring it back. So that way we can figure it out ourselves. At the end of the day, across the spectrum, this thing has been bad. I don't think there's any one thing any politician could have done better to save anybody. Let's be honest. It doesn't matter. I don't think there's any one thing that could have been done. Yes, we need them to do stuff together, but they don't because there's too much money in politics. And it's okay that you're very liberal. I'm down the middle. I'm not liberal. I'm not Republican. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down the middle. I like some of the stuff that they do, and I like some of the stuff the other guys do. It all depends. I'm not, I'm more independent. I'm not one side or the other. I can jump on any side at any given time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's if you look at it, it doesn't matter who you vote for or what it is. It's just a joke out there. And what they're doing is they're trying to get each and every one of you people. So then we're all arguing over amusement parks and rides and when they should open. And everybody's there's more to it than what people are thinking. I can think for myself. I don't need the government to tell me how to think. You know what I mean? And nobody should. The government's supposed to govern and work for the people, not us. So I think us as a people need to get together and be. It doesn't matter. I don't care what side you're on. Work together. Work together. Together, not apart. Together. I don't care what political spectrum anybody's on. I don't like people because of if they're a liberal or a Republican. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how I roll. I don't care if your favorite park is Cedar Point or Knoebels or a Maurice Pier or Busch. I don't care. I just like going and having fun. That's what all this is about. So I know a lot of people don't agree with me on this. Herd immunity is the best thing right now. Like I said, there is a way to fix this stuff. For the short term, long term, who knows? We don't know. None of us here are scientists. We're all just throwing a dot at the board going, hey, this is what we think. We don't know. The parks don't know. The government don't even know. Well, I mean, we don't know that. We really don't. Because even when look at the states. Like New York City, that's a hub for the world. Same thing like LA, you know what I mean, down in California, in Vegas, in Florida. They're tourist destinations. Everybody from all the world hit these places and go. I don't think that, like Kumo and all these other, there's nothing they could do. Everybody did what they had to do. They ran and they shut down states and they did whatever they had to do. It's just because they're hot spots, the places that people all over the world go. You know what I mean? When you look at New York City, I hate New York City for the life. I just hate it. Too many people. So it is what it is. There's a lot of chaos. I think there was chaos and death regardless. It's just how each individual. I mean, because if you think about it, the federal government all across the board dropped the ball. Some states dropped the ball. Some states were ahead of the curve. You know, at the end of the day, all this is to blame on China, the WHO organization, the CDC, Trump, the Republicans, Democrats. They're all to blame. All of them. All of them. Because, I mean, if you look at Trump, he follows what they say. And I know, IAPA, I think it is. It's sent down letters trying to help the theme park industry. They just did that. I saw that in yesterday's Amusement Today email that goes out every day. I mean, I agree that they probably should have done the shutdown in March. Like, completely just shut it down. We'd be out of it. But they didn't. Yeah, the one thing I see is people going, it's racist to call it the Chinese virus or whatever, or the Wuhan. You know, I just want everybody to know, you do know that they named the viruses from where they came from. It's not racist. That's where it came from. I know some people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. No. That's where it came from. They've done that. The Spanish flu. There was back when there was a Hong Kong flu or something. They just named it that so they know where it came from. It's just been part of the naming thing. I'm just saying, it's not racist. That's just another political stupid thing. But anyway, back to what Chris has been saying about my thoughts on opening. Let me ask you this, Chris. Is that when, like, parks? Let me scroll back a little bit here. Back to your comment. Where is it? All right. What do you think about these reports given that the estimated reopening dates for all the states? They are putting Florida at June 14th to start reopening. Are they reopening rides or just the state? I'm not sure because... Well, yeah, but everybody knows that's where identified was in China. That's where it was. So it was called that. It's not racist. If not, they should have never called them the Spanish flu, the Hong Kong flu, the whatever flu. You know, SIRS, MERS, macaroni and cheese, whatever you want to call it. People are crazy. And I get that. I understand that. You understand that. We're not all stupid. All right, so June 14th being the first phase 1 for the state. Do you have an outline of what they want to do, so to speak, like what's supposed to open in phase 1 for Florida? I don't know if you know that. Let me see. Phase 1 for Florida. Didn't we already go over that? Hang on, I found something here. All right, phase 1. The stage Florida is currently in is about waiting for Florida to reopen and inform the public on hospitality progress. Stay-at-home social distance orders are still being enforced, and only essential employees are allowed to be regularly outside of their homes. Phase 2 will go into effect when DeSantis lifts the stay-at-home order. The task force will then promote in-state travel and vacations, with hotels and restaurants being the target industries. Phase 3 will call on domestic and international travelers to flock to Florida. Beaches and other tourism spots should have little restrictions. Young says phase 4, the final stage in the task force plan to reopen the state, and something akin to what the state looked like 2 months ago, will keep Florida the top travel destination for tourists. So, it's saying Disney's losing about $38 million per day, while Universal and SeaWorld are being sapped of $10.79 million and $1.78 million respectively per day. Holy crap. Wow, that's crazy. Imagine losing that kind of money. All right, so when they do the so as just based off of what that article was from 2 days ago. So if they're still working on it, that's roughly so phase 4 is the parks, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You do that, and it's gonna take a while. But they're probably doing like I'm sure it's probably gonna be like what everybody else is doing. Phase 1, 2 weeks, and after the 2 weeks, as long as nothing crazy spikes, phase 2. Same thing, phase 3. I don't know what their time in between. I know there's criteria they're setting up for when they can do that. So I say do it just because of the fact that what you need to do is you need to get more people. I know this sounds like crazy, but you need to get more people infected. And I think there's way more people that have been, hey, what's up, theme park New England? There's more people that have been already infected that don't even know because they showed no symptoms. So that's why that antibody test is important. So we can get back to the parks. That's what we got to do. We got to get back to the parks. We got to get back to our life. Now, I know, like I said, I know some people, and that's fine. I got nothing against people like that. It's okay. But someone like me that's had it, nothing, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already suspecting that parks are either going to open or not going to open, period, across the board. I know all parks are preparing for the worst case scenario. That's what everybody's working on, the worst case scenario. So that way their budgets, yeah, herd immunity is the best way to go. I'm not saying open the floodgate right away and let everybody go at once and then you screw everything. I'm saying phase 1, it's allowing more people out, getting people more infected. Phase 2, more people come out, more people get infected. Cases are going to rise no matter what. So don't get scared about the cases rising because there's not enough tests. Not everybody's been tested. So when you start seeing numbers, don't panic. Don't think, hey, it's okay that you missed a lot. We didn't really like talk a lot. It's been kind of a little political. Me talking, hey, don't forget the politicians. Listen to whatever and everybody be together. Don't fight each other kind of thing, you know. You missed that kind of talk. We talked about what do you call it? I don't know. I just started reading what Chris did and my brain turned off. He says when it gets to the parks opening, because once they get greenlit, it'll also take a lot of time to reestablish supply chains back, bring back staff and stock and clean the. Of course, I think places like Disney and Universal are probably stocking what they can. They're not stocking with food, but merchandise, whatever they got stocking. I'm sure they're clean. I'm sure they have a cleaning crew and they're going through everything, keeping the, you know what I mean, getting the place ready now, especially with all the construction going on. You know what I'm saying? So, don't, like I said, don't get, too scared out there. I think, like I said, you can't keep everybody home too much longer. You just can't. You just can't. Because if you do that, there's a world more of hurt. And I know you need to have, people before economy, but without that economy, people are going to get more sick. Because New York City, I saw the article, has no resuscitate rule now. When they would get to, the EMTs would get to a scene, they had 20 minutes to try to resuscitate them. Now they're not, they're dead or whatever, they don't want them in the hospital, get rid of them. It's gotten to that. That's what I read the article about that. And the EMTs are pissed off, and the unions are fighting with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little crazy out there. We got to get through it. And like I said, don't worry about the cases jumping, because as more tests come out, the cases are going to go higher. Don't be surprised if you see millions and millions and millions and millions added to the positive cases. Because what they neglect to show you on the news is anything positive. Because drama sells. Negativity sells. And everybody's buying it, going, oh my God, it's doom and gloom. I better hide it in my closet for the next 6 months. That's what they want you to do. Got to use your head a little bit. You can still, you can still live a life Be a little, always question everything. Don't just buy into what's on the TV. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Go do a little research before you panic and give yourself a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, they're doing it right. The smaller parks, they're going to have, the Cedar Fairs, the Six Flags, they're all preparing for the worst. But if they can open, if the states allow them to open, they're going to. Trust me, they're going to do it. I wish every single person that watches this and somehow it spreads the word, just turn the stupid TV off. Don't put the news on. Don't give them the view. Don't look on them on Facebook. Don't look them on their website. Don't look at. Trust me, somebody said if you ban the media for like 30 days, you'd solve 80% of the world's problems. Which I feel is true. The media is the problem. It's all biased media. There's an agenda behind it. And they're there to scare you so they get more advertising dollars. They want you stuck glued to that TV. It's crazy. Like when you look, if you're on like a channel, we call them like an NBC, like a channel 10, 12, 6, CBS, ABC, you know what I mean? You can see it's like they got like the borders around whatever you watch. Oh, coronavirus updates about everything. Well, see, you're doing pretty well then. I told Jessica last night and her mom, I said, I'm going to put a brick through the TV. I'm just sick and tired of the news. They're all going to be okay. They're going to be hurting. And that's why I when I preach this every time we go live, every day, we do this Monday to Friday, when I preach to everybody, when these parks reopen, they're going to need your support big time. I don't care if it's the little guy like Quasi or the big guy like Disney. They're going to need your support. That's the best way to do it, Chris. Google whatever it is you want, and don't always go to the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the Fox, the whatever. Go dive a little deeper. Dive a little deeper. You'll find some stuff. No, you don't want to be fully ignorant to what's going on. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to watch a thing. Everybody upstairs watches it, and then they got the doom and gloom, and then I start going, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm the voice of reason in the house. So that's really what's going on. So, like I said, when the parks are gonna, like I said, you don't have to go spend $1,000 a person every time you go to the park. But if everybody is supporting it in some way, like if you have Six Flags at Cedar Fair and you got meal plans, you're gonna use up your meal plans. You know what I mean? During the day. So go buy an extra snack or go buy a t-shirt, go a hat, a cake, go play a game. Go rent a tube at the water park when they open. Something, every little dollar that you spend adds up. And I think now, when they do reopen, go do something. If you never played games, take a step back, go play some games. Or go buy a t-shirt. Maybe there's a new t-shirt. Or maybe there's like usually I go and get a thrill shake. But because of the discount that I get on it, it's worth, it's a $7 shake instead of a $14 shake. Every little dollar will help. Trust me when I tell you. It will. They're going to need it. I mean, go in full force. Go, when you go. But I understand that there are people that want extra precautions to feel safe, and that's fine too. That's okay to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here. I'm not the police. I'm not here to go, you're an idiot. Go out. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you got the funds to do it, great idea. But I know right now a lot of people are hurting. Hell, I'm not working. I mean, I got cash stashed. I sold a whole bunch of pinballs and netted a whole bunch of money. And a good thing I did when I did. Even though people are still hitting me up, and I'm like, dude, there's a pandemic. I'm not letting anybody in my house. Because there's people in the house that are worried about it. We've had the virus in it, and we keep cleaning. This house smells like Lysol. and dog pee, but we clean that up. But you get what I'm saying. Uh, but you know what I mean? Like I don't want people coming in here. Buy Fiesta medals. What's a Fiesta medal? What's that? You know, like I said, if you got the, I know a lot of people. Yeah, see, I got my pass. Mine was supposed to expire in what is that? November. I got it. I what do you call it? I bought it right before I went to IAPA last year. So when I was down there for IAPA, I, you know what I mean, got my pass. So, but yeah, I mean, things like that, anything that you can do, the parks are going to need it. Because people, a lot, contrary to beyond belief, most people are not going to run to a movie theater, or even if concerts open, which I don't think there are going to be any concerts this year anymore. I think next year is when you're going to see concerts, regardless. But nobody's going to run out to where there's a lot of people. You're going to have the crazy idiots like us, which is fine, that want to do it. A thrill shake is those crazy shake, like, have you been to the chocolate toothsome chocolate emporium there at Universal? Six Flags calls those thrill shakes. They can't call them the same thing, but they're the crazy milkshakes. I know Hershey, all the parks have their own version. I know Hershey does, Cedar Fair does. No, but don't forget, you get added days. Don't forget you get added days. Don't forget that. To your pass, you're going to have, every day the park's closed, you get added to your annual pass. So remember that. For Disney's doing that. I think all the parks are doing it. Yeah, drive-in. Because, Pete, I know I'm sure you're familiar with the one that's on 146 in Rhode Island that has the penis and balls shaped sign, because it used to be an X-rated drive-in back in the day. They're working with the state to reopen. I mean, they've been a drive-in theater for years. But I'm talking like 70s. They were a X-rated place. But yeah. Yeah, thrill shakes are... No. I thought other Six Flags had that. Huh. But, yeah. So basically, Six Flags New England closed out a thrill shake. I've never looked at Great Adventure to see if they have them or not. I'm surprised that they don't have them at Great Adventure, because some of the people, you know, John Winkler and Kyle Kroger, they work at Great Adventure, and they would have helped. They could have, you know, put that into Great Adventure, because they helped get that into New England. So, who knows? But yeah, so the state's working, you know, the drive-in and the state are working together to try to get that thing open so people can go to the drive-in. Which I think is a fabulous idea. I think drive-ins are going to make a comeback. I think people are going to start. If I had money right now, yeah, whenever IAPA was, they've been closed. They'll be closed all of April, May. I'm going to get at least 2 months out of this extra. So mine is going to be like January, maybe February. That mine will be... and mob movies and guerrilla drive-ins. Yeah, they're gonna... And the cool thing is... I mean, here's the problem that I have right now with even when movie theaters open, but it's a cool thing. We all know... I mean, I don't know how many of you know, the AMC movie theater chain is claiming bankruptcy or whatever, and they just got a $500 million kind of lifeline. All the theaters, when they do reopen, they're going to start playing older movies, so it doesn't cost them a lot. They'll make more money. They said the price of the movies will go down, and you'll be able to support the drive-in. I mean, well, the movie theaters by buying some popcorn, soda. Everybody's going to need help where you can spend that dollar so we can have our entertainment back. We don't want anything to go away. That'll suck if it all got wiped out because of a stupid virus. You know? Yeah, but I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Medallion. What medals? Did you say what it is, Marcus? No, you didn't. What is a medal? What medal are you speaking of? And you said Magic Mountain Hat. I don't even know what you're talking about. Marcus, do you have a picture of it? Send me a picture just so I can see what it is. If you have a picture of it. Oh. My dad texted me like 10 minutes ago. Oops. Yeah, it's like having a little baby that you gotta take care of. From what? Let me look real quick because I have. Um, where is it? Give me a second here. I got emails from. Let me see. All right, so I got an email here. This was sent March 13th, but it's the same thing. So this is the email and it says all active Walt Disney World passes will be extended for the number of days the parks are closed. Passes with renewal windows ending during the closure will also receive an extension of time to renew. For pass holders participating in the annual pass monthly payment program, your monthly payment will continue as scheduled, but they changed that. They stopped that. This is before they did the change. So basically they'll be extended for the number of days the park is closed. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, it depends. Are you on a monthly payment plan, or did you pay in full? Because I paid in full, and I paid the big price. You know, I have to pay out of state price. But anybody that paid in full, you just get extended. The day that it's closed, your pass gets extended. Or if you want, you can get a refund for the amount of time that it's been closed. If you have a monthly one, it stops. Oops. So I don't know how that works. Oh, let's see what this is. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that. And these are sold at Six Flags, right? The medals, or is this just like a Texas thing? I don't see any rides on them. Yeah, I don't know the significance of it. I mean, you would know. I don't know. That'd be cool if the park did these. I'm looking. There's a ton of different medals. That's cool. That's really cool. It's basically not counting the time the park's closed as active. Oh, that's cool. Fiesta Texas to see we'll both do them during the Fiesta week. Did that already happen, or was it supposed to happen, or did it get canceled, or what happened with that? Who the hell knows? Well, we'll definitely find out when they reopen, when we check our accounts and stuff like that. Then we'll definitely find out what our passes look like, because... Huh. All right, so that's cool. The medals look cool. So that's just all across the board, just for that fest. That's kind of cool. I dig it. Yeah. So again, we just got to be like I said. You want to get this over with. Herd immunity is the way to go. I'm not like I said. I'm not saying just jump in the fire. Just do it in your stages. It's all. I can already feel like it's just dwindling down, and it's there's. I think we've hit a tipping point of lockdown. You know what I mean? And it's slowly just coming to an end now. Slowly, not fast, slow. It's just so. It's just crappy that we're stuck in this, and I get it, and we'll eventually get out of it. That's why in a few weeks, hopefully, they get my pool built. Oh, that's a cool one, Fiesta Texas, the Joker. That's cool. Wow, that's a cool one. That is definitely cool. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a little extension, Chris, when you do your passes and stuff. That Joker one is cool though. Yeah, I'll put it. Let me put this thing on so I can show you guys. That's what he sent me. That's the medal from Fiesta Texas. That's cool. That was cool to see that. I wish they would do more stuff like that. It's cool, like collectible pins, stuff like that. I mean, I know they're not going to be like jumping in the fire for weird, unique things at the moment. Until they get back to somewhat normalcy. Maybe they do. I don't know. I mean, hopefully more sooner than later I can get down to Fiesta, Texas. I'm hoping to get there. I've never been there. I mean, I've been to Over Texas. I haven't been to Fiesta, so I got to get there. Plus, then I can go hang out with Marcus and Jay Kite. I can hang out with them guys down there. And, do the damn thing. It'll be awesome. It will be. It'll be great to just get life back to normal and go ride stuff. But I definitely do like the idea that Zachary said earlier that, hey, let's what do you call it? Contact, flat ride company. Say, hey, dive deep into the vault of yesteryear, and I'll do some of that research. I got to do some more research on a couple other things that I didn't get to do yesterday that I wanted to do. I'm gonna work on that today. What, ZDT and SeaWorld's 15 minutes from downtown? Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how that works. When it comes to the Coaster Dynamic kit sets, like who decides to get it and why do they do it or not? Because, I mean, if Universal did theirs, they would sell. They were all selling all over the place. I mean, I had bought a bunch when I went in January, and I never thought I was going to get to build them up because of the pandemic. I built them all. We made videos for them. We put them up on how to build them, and everybody laughs. What do you call it? Watch me get pricked all the time and swear at them because they're very sharp. I mean, one of the videos, I had a piece of it like enlarged in my finger, and I'm dingling it going like that, and it wouldn't come out of my finger. I take the pain. And then when the parks reopen and I can get tomorrow, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get some. I'll get them at, what do you call it, like Fiesta and wherever I go. Whatever park's got them, I'll buy them. But the thing is, you can't see behind me. But on the shelf, if you look, there's 3 there, 2 there, 1 there. If I got rid of those pictures and that and just stuck them all in there, I could fit a bunch. I need to build some shelving for these things. I mean, I could put them up. Oh, that's what I could do. I could put shelving up all around the top and just put models. Or figure a way to stick them on a wall. Oh, I got an idea I'm gonna work on. I got an idea. Oh yeah. Yes, sir, I got an idea. For some decorating purposes that you guys most likely would never see, but I will. I'll try it. I think I'll try it when I get to it's weird. It's like, oh, when I get to it. I got nothing but time right now. Like, I should be doing all kinds of crazy projects that I wanted around here for this room, and I didn't. I know, I want to go see the Alamo. Evidently, I was at the Alamo in 1979. I got pictures of me at the Alamo when I was only 1 year old. I might not even been one. So I've been to the Alamo. I just don't remember any of it. Thoughts on the SNS Axis Coaster? Based off of what I see, the concept's cool. I'd like to ride one just to kind of, see what is what. Let me see. SNS Axis Coaster. I wanted to check something out. I don't want that one. All right. I'm looking at the video because I want to see something. Let's see. Their newest experience. Take a look at this. Well, what they're doing is they're taking their free spin technology and doing something a little different. So the cars are flipping and swinging and spinning. But it's pretty much... It's like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like taking the Big Bad Wolf and making it flip around. It's being held by duct tape. But at least they have a working model that you could check out. I'm watching their test runs on it. I mean, there's more to it than the 4D free spin stuff to it, but it's got some of that. It looks like it has some of that technology in it. It'll definitely do good for whatever park gets one. And hopefully, when they build them, they're not crazy expensive. They probably will. You could do it without a lot of force. Here's one thing that you definitely need, and it says it in the instructions, is you need one of these. You need a nail clipper to clip off the metal things. They are a little bit of a pain in the ass because the parts aren't labeled. You just got to kind of play the guessing game. That's why I made videos of me building them to show you when I clip a piece out. Like, I clip them, and then I just kind of put them on. They're going to take you 20, 30, 40 minutes to build. And once you figure out one, you'll figure out the next. Another thing to do is when you're building them, the piece that they tell you to do, count how many supports for the coaster are in it and look at the pieces you got, because they're all different sizes and have less or more supports. Yeah, you probably could fit the Axis coaster in that spot, whether or not they want to build that or not. But it also depends on how tall, because don't forget about the 85-foot problem they got. Don't forget about their height restrictions. Do they have a model that's under 85 feet? I don't know how tall their models are. That's the problem. Well, I mean, it can be tall because it's the ride's a little bit in the low area, but you still gotta what do you call it? You gotta figure in their height restriction of 85 feet. Let me see, Vekoma Bermuda Blitz. Let's see what this is. Which one is this the new one that's been going in everywhere? I'm trying to see which one is Bermuda Blitzes because I don't know. Come on. Yeah, I'm hoping that these new Vekoma coasters do catch on in the States. It seems like Europe's always willing to take the chance. On it. And the United States is like, no. I don't know what the cost of these things are. Oh, that's cool. A flip over that's really cool. I'm watching a video. You guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about a video, and you poor guys aren't seeing it. That's cool, though. I don't want to sit on this video forever. But that looks cool. Like, I really think, it's weird. When you look at the industry as a whole, like, you look at the players in the game between the coasters and the flats and all that stuff. Look at the companies that have risen, fallen, risen again, or somebody that was just crap came. It's kind of like when you compare cars, like what do you call it? Like Hyundai and Kia. They used to be one of the worst cars on the planet. You didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, and now they're reliable. So 12 million ish. That's Six Flags money. Six Flags, Cedar Fair. I could see them spending that kind of money. I mean, nobody knows how reliable they are. They don't know if it's a pain in the butt. But I'd be willing to... me personally, I'd be willing to take a chance on it. I mean, look at what Kennywood did with Steel Curtain. Great ride. Has a little weird vibration, but the ride is smooth as hell. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I rode it. Did we ride the back on, like, the back car? I really enjoyed Steel Curtain. I rode that 2 or 3 times. Great ride. Great ride. When do you think we'll see the first T-Rex coaster by RMC? And where will it go? Well, I can tell you T-Rex in the current conditions is not coming anytime soon. Like, it's... T-Rex, I think if there's going to be a T-Rex, you know who I think is going to put it in? It's going to be Cedar Point. But you're going to lose something. You might lose, like, Ragaroo or something like that for it. I mean, that's one of the coasters I could see going for that. I think you'd have to get rid of Ragaroo just for space reasons to get a T-Rex. You might have to lose some other stuff, move some stuff around. I don't know. But the first T-Rex, I mean, well, maybe SeaWorld does it. I don't know. It's either going to be SeaWorld or Busch or like Cedar Point. I could see doing that. But we're probably maybe 3 to 4 years away from one now, especially in the current climate. The parks aren't, their budgets, the CAPEX and all that are slashed until they can get some better footing. You're definitely not getting any... Yeah, but the plot of land by Wicked Twisted that they need for a T-Rex, they're gonna need a lot of land. That's a big coaster. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be bigger than Wonder Woman at your park over there in Fiesta. It's gonna be bigger than that. I don't know how much bigger. I don't know how much track length, height, all that other crap. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I would think at least Ragaroo would go and they could utilize that area to do some... Wicked Twister, that's not that big of a plot of land. You could put flats or I can't see them putting in a 40 free spin over there. Maybe they would, I don't know. I just don't see it. I just see that being opened up for future expansion for something. Maybe beach, boardwalk, water park, I don't know. But it's not... You can't put a big coaster over there. I don't even... you might be able to put like a Wonder Woman in over there, but I don't think they would do that because of capacity issues. Parks are going to have to look at capacity now. They may have to spend a little bit more money so they can get people through. Throughput's going to be the big thing to work on over the next couple of years, but it's going to be crap. So, like I said, when the parks reopen, please, oh please, oh please, don't give them a lot of crap. Like I said, just because of the fact that this is all uncharted territory for each and every one of us, and especially them. Nobody in a million years thought something like this was going to happen and flip the entire world legit upside down. So now when you're trying to figure out what a park's going to do and how they're going to implement it, it's going to be a crap fest. And people are going to be pissed off. I already know. You watch. Oh, they're definitely going to be the weakest. Like, think about it. 2020 was a breakout year for a ton of coasters across the board. You know what I'm saying? And with this, so again, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I'm making a prediction that you're not going to see anything really good, really relevant from like a Six Flags or a Cedar Point until at least 23. And the reason why I say that is this year is pretty much, if parks don't open till August, September, July, whatever, the seasons are pretty much where they make them, most money is a wash. What they're doing is, even like a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair, if they're opening up for their Halloween events, Christmas, they're doing it as a favor to all of you guys, all of us. They're doing it as a, let's start building some trust. Let's get some practice in for next year, because we know at least for 2021, you are going to be practicing social distancing the whole year in a park in a lot of places as things start going on, until we can get to a place where we can be back to where we were. And there's no guarantee we're going to be back to where we were. Well, I think the theme parks will be back to the way they were, but you're not going to see that till 22. And they're going to use 2022 as the way to build up. I mean, unless they get some good financial money somehow. I just feel, in my prediction, 2021 and 2022 are going to be similar to like Six Flags, Cedar Fair. So who knows? Zachary, I think if LC was smart, I mean, I believe the foundation work was already done for Venus Vortex. So if they were smart, I would at least build it. Even if you don't open it, build it. Just get it there so that way the next year it's open, it's ready. I don't really foresee water parks really being open. I could be wrong. I just don't see them bothering. Especially if it's only going to be like for a week or two. There's no point. Just keep them closed for the year. Worry about your dry parks. And I know people hate that because there's a lot of people that love water parks. And they're like, no, I go because of the water park. This sucks. And this whole year is a loss. I mean, look at we're trying to figure out what to do when I went. Like I said, I marked June 17th as the D-Day to decide. And I think it's looking, even September or October, we're not going to have large gatherings. So I don't know what to do. It's a little funky, but we'll figure it out. They will not RMC Wildcat anytime soon, Alex. And the reason is, what Jerry Brick told me at Lake Compounds is the amount of money that they spent so far with new trains, retracking, all the work that's gone on to it. They could have built a brand new wood coaster in that spot. They could have built a whole brand new one. So they're going to have to get the return on investment on that, and that's going to take a little bit to get that. I don't know how they figure that out. But they're not going to RMC Wildcat. I think if a Come talk to me in about 5 to 10 years and see what the status of Wildcat is. I think the next step is, if it gets really bad, they're going to cut their losses, rip it out, and put something brand new in its spot. For real, I think that's what you... I really wish... I really wish that they... I know it sounds crazy, but imagine if they RMC'd Boulder Dash, or did a hybrid ride from the ground up, like where the chairlift ride was, going up the mountain there, and just make it come down, go around, do thing. That would be crazy if they could do that. But imagine if they have a RMC Boulder Dash. I mean, I love Boulder Dash as it is. It always needs some work, and that's one thing that I love about Lake Compounds, is they take care of that puppy as best as they can anyway. That'd be funny, but I don't think they're gonna spring that kind of money for Lake Compound. I mean, if they did, it would put them on. They would really put them on the map. Yeah, LC does. Yeah, I know Wildcat is part of the ACE Landmark Coaster, but here's the reality. When a park wants to get rid of it, they will get rid of it. You can look online and you see all the ones that the parks have given the plaques back because they've changed, modified, or removed the coaster. Just because you have a landmark plaque does not mean that coaster is safe. That means absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, imagine if they could do something like, I mean, even if you left Boulder Dash alone, but if you did it down, over by, the Rapids ride where the chairlift was. Imagine where all the rocks are. It's just, lower to the ground, like Wicked Cyclone corkscrew flips and stuff like that around there, having your stalls and, flipping around over the rocks and stuff. That would be insane. You can make it go into the mountain, come out of the mountain. I mean, you'd have to do a lot of work to make some tunnels and stuff, but it could be done. That'd be funny if they're going to launch Lift Hill. I mean, there's so much they could do with it. I mean, I know that they're not going to touch it. People love Boulder Dash for what it is, and I'm not advocating for the RMC of Boulder Dash. It's just an idea in my head. Like, what if they could do something like that on the mountain? It would be crazy. They need another top-tiered coaster like Boulder Dash. I mean, they got Phobia. I love Phobia. Great ride. No comfort collar. They need that. That's another top... For them, that's a top-tiered coaster, having Phobia. They need another one. They need a good one like Boulder Dash. Maybe if they... Maybe, get a Raptor. Get a whatever. Something. And just put it over there. I know they're willing to spend money. You know what I mean? The company was willing to spend some money because they got them Phobia, and they were willing to spend some money because they got them to redo Wildcat, and you know what I mean? They keep adding stuff. Well, they haven't really added much because all the money to add rides was going to do Wildcat. So now you're getting Venus Vortex. Because when I talked to Jerry Brick, he said it like this: they get whatever the hell the ride is across from the swings there, the one that rocks back and forth and spins. However, whatever that costs, that's the budget at that time that they were getting for rides every single year. They could add a ride at that cost every year. So what Jerry Brick was doing, he goes, instead of adding a ride every year, I want to add one every 3 years. So I'm going to take that money, and then I can afford something for every 3 years. So... it is what it is, and you just got to decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and, bada bing, bada boom. Sucks flags came around. You know how many times I've typed in it came up sucks instead of 6? That happens a lot. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I will be back Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you enjoyed today, and Monday will be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are going to be the format like this. Tuesday and Thursday is going to be like Planet Coaster, and we'll be there, and I'll talk to you guys Monday. Hopefully Monday I have some quiz show things to start kicking up. And we will see you guys then. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember, we're only 2 subscribers away from hitting 900. So if you haven't subscribed, click that button. Let's hit 900 because we give out a mystery box. Marcus, I need to give you your mystery box. So I need you to message me your address again so I get this box out of here. It's sitting in the same spot, Marcus. Since that day you won it. And then you were up here. We thought we was going to get it to you. Then we didn't. Because you were up here. And you went back. So I'm just going to ship that to you. So I need an address to ship that to you. So everybody have a good weekend. If anybody's bored and wants to hit me up in Messenger or whatever, we can chit chat. Thank you again for watching. I will see you guys next time and keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.